As you start making the transition to developing with asynchronous patterns, there are some things you need to be on the lookout for. Some of the common ones I encounter often are the following. One of the most dangerous ones is the introduction of a synchronous function inside an asynchronous one. An example we just saw was using the synchronous time.sleep function inside of the asynchronous cook function. Using the regular sleep library would have blocked our whole code. Go ahead and try it. Add the import time at the top of the coros.py file and then add the synchronous sleep function. When you execute that, we get this very cryptic error. This error seems very strange at first. What's actually happening is that time.sleep is not an awaitable object, and thus it returns none back to the caller. So you get the exception after 2 seconds and not immediately. On the other hand, the async IO_sleep is a coroutine itself, which means it returns an awaitable or coroutine object that then can be bookmarked by the loop so that it can go ahead and pick up other requests until the sleep is done. This time we got lucky. The danger of the synchronous or blocking functions is that sometimes they block our code silently and we don't see any visible errors because they're not bubbled up to the caller. So always remember that if you are inside a coroutine and calling an external function, that function needs to also be a coroutine. Next, we'll see what happens when we don't await a coroutine. First, let's undo the time.sleep code back to using async IO_sleep and then change the second cook call on coros.py, taking out the await. If you try to execute this code, you will see the following error. Whenever you see this error, you know there was a coroutine that wasn't awaited. Sometimes it's not that clear-cut and you may need to do some digging. Another pitfall is that we complete our coroutine while an inner coroutine is still executing. What happens to the result of that inner coroutine? We might get an error when Python does its garbage collection. For example, look at this code. When we run this, we get the following. What happens here is that the main coroutine is executed, but since the task inside is never awaited, the execution ends and the async IO_sleep coroutine never has a chance to be run. So now if you see a never awaited error, you know what to look for in your code. Again, these issues become easier to deal with once you practice coding with asynchronous patterns. So don't be afraid and just jump into the water. The benefits far outweigh the pitfalls.